So the first thing you want to think about is your posture. Make sure you're standing tall. Keep your shoulders back and your spine straight. That's going to project confidence. You want to avoid slouching or leaning in any particular direction because that would make you seem nervous or uninterested. Use an open stance. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart so that you appear grounded and authoritative. Make sure you're making positive eye contact. So look at particular individuals in the audience, ideally somebody for whom the message you're giving is very relevant. And you want to make eye contact for roughly 3 to 5 seconds per person. Any longer than that, it starts to feel creepy and weird. Avoid staring at notes or glancing at slides for too long, because that suggests that you are not prepared, didn't quite know what to say, and therefore you're focused on your slides. Focus more on connecting with your listeners. That means memorizing key points that you want to make. The next thing is using hand gestures. You want the gestures to be natural and purposeful. Open palms signal honesty, while pointing, when you point, that can help you emphasize points. This is a really important thing I want to get across. Avoid fidgeting, don't play with pens or change in your pocket. That's very distracting. You want to avoid distractions so that people are focused on you. Make sure you're matching your gestures to your words. So for instance, if you want to make a statement about something like big ideas, then use your hands to give a sense of size. Next, let's think about facial expressions. What you really want to be doing is having positive facial expression, like smiling. And a genuine smile makes you feel like you're somebody who is more approachable and engaging. Also, make sure you're matching your expressions to your tone. So you want to show enthusiasm, concern, or curiosity as needed throughout your presentation, because again, you want to create that natural human feeling of interaction. Next, when it comes to movement, you want to move with purpose. You can walk to different parts of the stage to engage the audience in different sections. You want to avoid pacing nervously. Controlled movement keeps the attention on you, right? Random pacing, on the other, makes you look anxious and nervous. Use the concept called a power triangle, which is have 3 spots in the stage area that you can move between as you make key points, and that can help you structure your movement naturally. Avoid negative cues, so things like crossed arms, that can make you seem defensive or closed off. Having hands in your pockets can make you seem too casual or unprepared. Turning your back, especially to read your slides, suggests that you were not prepared, you didn't know what to say, and therefore you have to keep reading your slides, which is not a good message to be sending. And finally, think about breathing and pauses. So breathe before your presentation, breathe deeply a few times. Breathe in, a long breath in, and then a long exhale out. And what that does, especially with the long exhales, is it activates what's called the parasympathetic nervous system, which is part of your rest and digest system. And what that does is it tells your brain that you are relaxed, you are good to go, you're in good shape, there's nothing to worry about. And that's going to translate into enabling you to give a more impactful presentation because you won't be anxious and you won't be nervous. Also use strategic pauses, what we might call pregnant pauses. So when you make a key point, don't be afraid to pause and let the point linger. So what that means is that allowing people to think about the point that you just made, because if you just keep going forward, then your points will run into each other and the key point that you just made will just get lost in the shuffle. And you don't want that to happen. So at certain points in your presentation, make sure that you are pausing and you're letting your point sit there so that it makes the impact that it deserves to have. And with that, we conclude the section on your body language.